Alright, what is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I'd really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, because it truly does help me out a lot. Now, you got how Kanye West, man, saved Rich the Kid's career. We all know Rich the Kid was pretty much, he fell off, man. He fell off. He was not falling off. He completely fell off, man, a long time ago. And Kanye West just completely revived his career, just, by bringing him on his album. But I can't lie, that verse he had on Carnival was absolutely insane. You get what I mean? So Rich the Kid's verse on Carnival was insane. So I can't deny, Kanye West had to, put that verse on the song. But at the end of the day, man, Rich the Kid, I'm not gonna just throw Rich the Kid under the bus, right? He did a great job on Kanye West's album, but at the end of the day, he did have a lot of help. There's no way he did all that by himself, right? If you're gonna be on Kanye West's album, he's gonna help you. He's gonna try to perfect the album the best way he can. So yeah, man, like I said, don't mean to throw Rich the Kid under the bus and whatnot. At the end of the day, he had a great verse, but not without Kanye's help, right? With Kanye's help. But without further ado, let's just stop yapping and play the video.
On June 9th, 2017, Rich the Kid announced his signing to Interscope Records through hip-hop media publication Double XL. Just 3 months later, on September 26, 2017, Rich's life would change forever after he dropped a song that shot his name up to mainstream stardom, New Freezer. Featuring one of rap's biggest names, Kendrick Lamar, this song went on to peak at 41 on Billboard Hot 100 and stayed on for a consecutive 19 weeks. Rich didn't just stop there though, because just 5 months later, still riding the success of New Freezer, on February 9, 2018, Rich came back with his biggest song to this day, Plug Walk, which charted at number 13 on Billboard Hot 100, even receiving a remix featuring the likes of Gucci Mane, YG, and 2 Chainz. After the success of these two songs, Rich dropped his third and final single before the album named Dead Friends, which many people believe was a diss at fellow rapper Lil Uzi Vert, which I'll speak on in just a few. But after the success of these singles, on March 30th, 2018, Rich dropped his debut studio album, The World Is Yours. This album featured A-list artists such as Lil Wayne, Quavo and Offset from the Migos, Rick Ross, Future, Chris Brown, Kendrick Lamar, and many more. With a combination of 2 hits under his belt and all these features, this album debuted at number 2 on Billboard Hot 100, selling 52K first week, only getting blown out by The Weeknd's 6-track EP My Dear Melancholy, which sold a crazy 169K first week. Unfortunately, this was the peak of Rich the Kid's career, and I believe the downfall all starts with one artist, Lil Uzi Vert. I just want to keep this section short and quick, only because this has been a beef that's been covered by all sorts of medias in music for 6 fucking years now, and I don't believe that I can have any input that hasn't already been said by someone who's read it in an article or made a video. So I'm gonna quickly move past. According to my research, this beef basically started around the time when Lil Uzi Vert was in the middle of his battle with DJ Drama about contract issues, leaving Lil Uzi Vert to go to the public and give a warning out to up-and-coming artists, saying the following: "And if y'all do sign to a major, don't sign to a rapper or DJ. It's just easier when the time comes for that fake shit." That was said by Lil Uzi Vert, and all Rich the Kid had to do was mind his own business and not respond, but he did respond, and he decided to say this: "That's why you should have signed Rich forever." Uzi then seen that tweet and responded by saying, "Boy, I'm not signing for 20 racks." And this started a war that expanded to Uzi calling Rich the Kid a crab, Rich using a Lil Uzi impersonator in a music video, which was for the song Dead Friends, and Uzi pulling up on Rich the Kid in Philadelphia, causing for...
I'm not gonna lie, this whole situation was crazy, bro. Pretty sure Lil Uzi's what, 5'5", 5'4". I don't know his height, but he's short, bro. And he was in this era as well. He was acting very zesty. He was hanging around with Young Thug, doing a lot of zesty things. You get what I mean? So a lot of people did think, this guy isn't straight. So that made it even worse for Rich the Kid, and he ended up running away. Rich the Kid ended up running away from a 5'4" zesty little Uzi Vert, bro. Like, ah, man. But at the end of the day, bro, that's just bad. But at the end of the day, bro, after this, I'm pretty sure he was on the verge of falling off at this point. You get what I mean? Even if you get into an altercation like this, right, which is very embarrassing. If you drop bangers and your music is good, people are gonna listen to it regardless, bro. Music is music, especially good music. People wanna listen to that, bro.
Rich the Kid a runaway in fear, altering the street persona he was giving off in his records to his fans. This was all just in 2018. And that wasn't the only thing going on with Rich in 2018, but he also had gotten divorced by his wife for cheating on her with known celebrity hoe Black China. And it doesn't even stop there, because also in 2018, Rich the Kid had got into an unfortunate home robbery that left him hospitalized. The thieves managed to get away with...
Yeah, bro, I remember this actually, man. He was going through it though, I can't lie. But that's your fault for cheating on your wife, bro. You gonna cheat on your wife? But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, that's kind of her fault as well for being with a rapper, though. Like, you know, rappers live that kind of lifestyle and they get tempted and things like that. But at the end of the day, bro, he was hospitalized and all kinds of stuff. He was going through it, man. But let's keep going.
And money from Rich's estate. Thankfully, he recovered and the year ended and he moved on safe and sound. But to start off 2019, on February 12th, while Rich the Kid was at a recording studio, he got robbed out of cash and jewelry again by thieves who even unleashed 10 shots aiming for Rich the Kid and his entourage, but fortunately, no one else was hit. Later on in February, he also was sued for owing over $30K in back rent by his landlord. Just a month later, on March 22nd, 2019, he then went on to drop the sequel to his debut album, The World Is Yours 2, which charted number 4 on Billboard Hot 100, selling 42K. Just months later, on December 9th, 2019, Rich announced he would be leaving Interscope Records and signing with Republic Records, starting the decline of his career.
Oh, so I get it now. Like, his career started declining when he left that label. Dang, we all know how labels are, right? You get what I mean? Regardless, they help you a lot. They help you produce music. They basically provide you with everything that you need to make music and things like that. So you get what I mean? He was at the top of his career. Now when he left due to, you know, obvious reasons, you know, for reasons that I don't know. But at the end of the day, there's a reason for him leaving. He left. And, you know, that was the decline of his career, bro. But
2019, of course, comes the new decade in 2020. And starting off his new decade in February 2020, Rich was faced with a $3.5 million lawsuit from his management company after refusing to pay for their services, basically breaching his contract, and he was making it very hard for them to get in contact with him about the ordeal. And oh boy, it doesn't stop there. Rich was sued for more than $243,000 in unpaid jewelry and owed an alleged $324,000 in rent for his LA mansion. And it keeps going because he was sued by Fashion Nova for failing to promote their brand, while also getting into a slight beef with Tekashi 6ix9ine about his unpaid jewelry lawsuit. Just a month later, on March 13, 2020, Rich released his third studio album, Boss Man, which peaked at 24 on Billboard Hot 100, only staying for 4 weeks. This was very disappointing considering the fact he had prominent features on this album again, with the likes of Post Malone, Lil Baby, Nicki Minaj, a prime DaBaby, Youngboy, Quavo, and a prime Lil TJ. Just months later, again, Rich the Kid left Republic Records and signed a distribution deal with Empire, shortly releasing his collaboration album with NBA Youngboy, which peaked at number 43 on Billboard Hot 100, only selling 19,000 first week. And so far, just after 2 years after blowing up, Rich the Kid has dropped 41 spots on Billboard and dropped over 40,000 sales on his album, which is crazy how fast an artist could just drop off after standing on top of the world. But it didn't get any easier for Rich, because in 2021, he started it off by getting arrested for gun possession at LAX, and he was ordered to pay $130,000 from that Fashion Nova contract breach case that I was talking about earlier.
I'm not gonna lie, bro was going through it, bro. Bro was going through it. They're trying to take his money left and right, the way I'm seeing it, but he was clapping back at the end of the day. He was clapping back, even if it wasn't the best comeback. He was still clapping back, bro. He was making bangers, and it was slowly declining. At the end of the day, it was slowly declining, but he was still, he was still doing them. But at the end of the day, bro, he was going through it, man. But let's keep going.
And he was also involved in a cheating allegation with his then wife, Tory Briggs. Luckily though, Rich did manage some way to receive a multi-million-dollar contract from Rostrum Records, however the fuck you say it, where he then released his last and final album to drop to this day, being a collaboration tape with rap legend Lil Wayne, only peaking at number 35 on Billboard Hot 100, staying there for only 1 week and only selling a mere 15,000 copies first week. That is just insane. From there, it seemed that Rich the Kid vanished, and it's been 3 years since he's dropped an album. He did though drop an EP called Lucky 7 in 2021, but that was quickly forgotten about and didn't even hit the charts. After that release, it seemed that Rich the Kid was just doing feature after feature, trying to get his name back into the mainstream atmosphere, collaborating with Coil Ray, Ruby Rose, Arizona Zervis, K-Camp, Lil TJ, and Lil Tyler, and more, even ending the feud and reuniting with his Rich Forever counterparts, Famous Dex and Jay Creech. What also went down in 2021, according to Rich, is him and Lil Uzi ended the feud they were having since 2018. It seems that nothing Rich the Kid did though would help him raise his stock, causing for his monthly listeners to continuously drop further and further down month by month, until the release of Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign collaborative album Vultures 1, which features Rich on one of the most trending songs of 2024 at this point of time, Carnival. This song is everything Rich needs to add fuel to his comeback. Before the release of this album, Rich sat at 5 million monthly listeners, but after the release, he quickly shot up to 20+ million listeners just a month later. This song alone helped Rich the Kid receive his first ever #1 single. This became his most streamed song in years, sitting on top of all his singles on all major listening platforms. And the best thing of it all, he had a good verse, which I know most people actually listen to this song for not just Playboi Carti verse, but also for Rich the Kid's. And with the announcement from Rich himself saying that Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign will be exclusively producing his next album, it's now all up to Rich the Kid to either make up for the past 3 years of silence or to fall back off into mediocrity. If you made it this far into the video, man.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this video here. Let me know what you guys think. But that's how Kanye West revived Rich the Kid's career. You get what I mean? But at the end of the day, his verse was fire, bro. His verse was fire. Me personally, I listen to his verse all the time. And him and Cardi's verse, best ones, bro. Best ones out of the song, in my personal opinion. Yeah, man, great song, great comeback in my opinion as well. Great comeback. And yeah, man, but without further ado, let me know what you guys think. And do y'all think Rich the Kid is gonna maintain this kind of hype? Y'all think he can, easily make a comeback, drop all the bangers he has, or even make good new music? You get what I mean? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we'll just have to wait and see. So without further ado, let me know what you guys think, and peace out, man.